Hello, so today we keep continuing with Copernicus thumbnails. So yesterday, off stream, I continued to play with Copernicus, and in the end, I tried to do the complete thumbnail inside of this context, and I mostly succeeded. Doesn't mean that it's better than doing it in Affinity, especially for the font. It's not really super nice, but I don't know. I like this stupid challenge, so I want to keep exploring and try to learn things in the process. So for today, I think that's the main thing I would like to get a grasp on and to do better for this thumbnail template is the stroke. I haven't found a direct option to make a stroke inside of Copernicus. For now, I'm using the edge detect node. So I have the font right here. For now, I'm using the edge detect node. Yeah, I would also like to have persisting handles preference saved, because this is quite annoying. I would also like to, come on, have persisting handles preference. Okay, so saved. I can't even right click to access. This is weird. Okay, so now it's here. Persistent. What is supposed to be persistent? This is weird. So when I change the handle to be crosses, it works for a while, and then it's back to square if I move to another place or do something else. I don't know, maybe this will for a while, and then it's back to square. Maybe I will understand it at some point. But right now I don't. Maybe this will. So yes, maybe I will. That's the message. But right now I don't. Okay. So yes, it's about the handles. Evaluate inputs. Font has already a handle named X4 Xform. It's about the handles. Okay, never mind. Evaluate inputs. Font has already a handle named X4 Xform. It's about the handles. Okay, never mind. I'm not even sure I understand when I'm allowed to right click or not. Seriously, this is weird. Ooh, what did I do? I'm not even sure I understand when I'm allowed to right click or not. Well, seriously, this is not the point. So I want to do better than edge detect. Well, this is not I should time. So I want to do better than I should time. Let's do 45 minutes. Oh, I should time. So I want to do better than I should time. Let's do 45 minutes. Oh, I should time. So I want to do better than I should time. Let's do 45 minutes. And I've been using this to create the stroke, but I suspect there's a better way, because I noticed that, like many things in Copernicus, apparently the font sub is using VDBs, because I noticed that, and like many things, this is really annoying. Apparently the font sub is using VDBs. Because I noticed. Do I have something selected? That this is really annoying. We will ask Claude. Using VDBs. Do I have something selected? That is really annoying. I'm having this error in Houdini, and I'm not sure what it is about. We are in the Copernicus context. I'm having this error in Houdini, and I'm not sure what it is about. Where was I? Context. Yes, so the font sub. The font sub has several options, and amongst them I noticed that you can have you can make it a volume. Where was it? Several options. Output type mask. So you can make it a SDF. Oh, you can make it a volume. Where was it? Not exactly the same as output type the one I got yesterday. Oh, it's weird because it looks like we're stuck on the same as incorrect I got yesterday. Oh, it's weird because it looks like we're stuck on yes, I'm in last selected node, so I don't understand why we see the stroke here. It's weird because it looks like we're stuck on yes, I'm in last selected node, so I don't understand why we see the stroke here. It's weird because it looks like we're stuck on yes, I'm in last selected node, so I don't understand why we see the stroke here. Yeah, so this one I really didn't have much time to prepare, so this understanding the OpenCL code that allowed us last time to create the select by random ID. This understanding the OpenCL code that allowed us last time to create the select by random ID. This I need to prepare, but this morning, and yeah, I also wanted to take that live as an opportunity to lay out a few things that I want to do in the future. And this morning I spent a lot of time. I'm building an auto-transcribe pipeline for the lives and for the channel in general, because I noticed that the auto-translation of YouTube is not bad, but I have a French accent and I'm talking about niche topics. So when I say things like SOPs, it never gets translated correctly. So what is possible to do is to transcribe my footage and then use the context and another LLM to correct the transcription and then re-upload the SRT. I think this is it for the subtitles. I'm always mixing up the letters. Anyways, yes, so I'm building this auto transcription pipeline, and I have the scripts mostly working. Now I have to put the watcher in place, and it's also super handy to have correct transcriptions that are made automatically, because the transcript is the base material for the YouTube description, for maybe someday making annonces about the videos on, I don't know, on Twitter, LinkedIn, or anything. And yeah, so I think at some point I will make a tour of this setup. And yeah, so I think at some point I will make a tour of this setup. And yeah, so and yesterday when I was playing with Copernicus, I also I needed to have this. This is annoying, annoying. So I needed to have this. This is annoying, annoying. So Yeah. Okay. Bad example. But the so let's go back to the non-SDF version of the font. Okay. Output mask. Voila. So this I generated in Nano Banana. Did I? Yes, I think I did. And after that, I sent it. I sent it to Fall AI over the API with no, not over the API. The point is, I would like to create a Fall AI node inside of Copernicus that would allow me to remove background from objects, since we are trying to make Copernicus a good enough solution for thumbnails. I thought that maybe this is something we should add as well. I'm guessing this already exists, but I'd rather recreate it myself because it's more fun. I'm guessing this already exists, but so I'd rather recreate it myself because it's more fun. I'm guessing this already exists, but for the inode, what other stuff did I want to do? It will come back at some point. Yeah, maybe some way of other stuff did I want to do? Tweaking the transform nodes so that it supports. Maybe some way of other stuff did I want to do? Tweaking the transform nodes so that grouping. It's not really clear right now what it should look like, but I want to be able to transform several nodes at once. It should look like, and at the moment it's only possible to transform. I want to be able to transform several nodes at once. Anyways, I need to think about the transform approach so that it's flexible enough to not be too painful to make those thumbnails. Okay, so let's go back to Houdini. I will make those thumbnails. Go back to this node. So let's go back to Houdini. I will try to restart it because it's really annoying. What did Claude say already? Switch away and back, go to another node, then return to this. It clears the stale on this parameter. Maybe I can. What did Claude say already? Maybe I can switch away and back, reset the viewport. It clears the stale on this parameter. Maybe I can. It's better already. Maybe I can switch away and back. Okay, thanks to the labs for this wonderful option. And yeah, so let's go back to the SDF mode. So the idea for creating the stroke is that since we have SDF manipulation inside of Copernicus, we can probably do the same thing as we do in SOPs, which is volume booleans, and after that delayed erode, and this should give us a full latitude to create a stroke. The interrogation is about how do you make nice corners and angles at this step, and maybe we will have a little back and forth with Claude to refine this potential technique. I really don't know if it's something that can be done or not, but I want to try it. So let's go back to SDF. And let's do that in a separate tree so that it's a little bit easier to navigate. Okay, so let's do that ODT once again, because I'm not sure this is the correct visualization for that. Maybe it is. Okay, so let's do that ODT once again. Let's reset the viewport just in case. I'm not sure this. Okay, so maybe this is a hollow volume. I don't know. When you zoom the viewport, just in case, you cannot zoom further. Okay, so maybe this is along the way. So, what kind of volume manipulation do we have? When you zoom, so if I call the same nodes as in subs, it's SDF reshape. What VDB volume manipulation do we have? So it exists. Nice. So if I call the same nodes as in subs, it's SDF reshape, except that it doesn't take it. Huh. Nice. Weird. So if I call the same nodes as in subs, it's SDF reshape. What do you expect? Can convert mono to float VDB for source at signature index 0. What do you expect? Can convert mono to float VDB for source. So it says here it's a mono SDF. And you, what do you need exactly? So mono to float VDB. So let's look for float. No. What do you need exactly? Where do you come from, little node? Mono to float VDB. So I did reshape. Let's look for float. No. What do you need exactly? Where do you come from, little node? Mono to float VDB. So I did reshape. Let's look for float. Where do you live? Little volume VDB in geometry. Where do you come from, little geometry to VDB, integrate volume layer from VDB. VDB from layer volume. Let's try this one in geometry. Geometry to VDB, integrate volume layer from VDB. VDB maybe this layer volume. Let's try this one. No. But if I give you a mask, what do you say? No. No, still not happy. Maybe this. But perhaps it needs some kind of grid information. But if I give you a mask, what do you say? Oh, float VDB or vector VDB. But perhaps it needs some kind of grid. Do we have something like that? If I give you a mask, what do you say? Oh, float VDB or vector VDB. But perhaps it needs some kind of. Do we have something like that? Interesting. So, what? I think I just launched the live. So, yeah, this was unfortunate. So, let's go back to our VDB shape. SDF. Mono SDF float. Geometry, VDB. Geometry to VDB layer to VDB leaf points, rasterize volume. VDB activate from VDB leaf point, VDB position, VDB reshape, VDB visualize. Do you do? Okay. It's almost time to cry for help, but not quite yet. Layer to leaf points. I have no idea what leaf points are. Apparently, this outputs. Let's take a look at the shape. SDF rebuild. We might be getting somewhere. No. Okay. So now what are you? You're SDF mono, float 32. I'm not sure this is very different. SDF, float 32, mono. It's the exact same thing. Oh, but here we have options. Hmm. Is it some kind of ISO offset? Yes, it is. And can we go below? Yes, we can. I think we found what we were looking for. This is extreme. All right. I think we can do our stroke with that, because this we can convert back to a mask, and after that we just need to blend it correctly and we should get a stroke. So it was SDF to mono. Let's check if it's indeed shrunk. So you go back to being a mask and let's call a switch. Ah, this is, I'm so bad at wiring stuff. Okay, so it's subtle, but I think it's moving. Let's tweak that. So maybe 5 instead, make it more obvious. Yes, definitely more obvious. I'm guessing this is still probably not the correct approach. Maybe it should be with, we should do that maybe with curves, but let's keep that for another day, okay? Because, yeah, I'm thinking that because I'm taking a look at that and this doesn't look promising. It's not very geometric. This is, but I don't know what I was thinking. This is to be expected with erode delayed operations. It's always smoothing things out. So, but maybe it will still be better than the edge detect stroke that I was using yesterday. What? What is this outline? What is this outline option? Are you kidding? Is it what we're looking for? That is directly implemented by the team. It would be so awesome. Shape, no outline. Oh! This is wonderful. There's no need to, yeah. I suspect that this is more or less what we are building. I'm not sure it is. Maybe we can take a look inside, try to understand what's going on for this outline. Oh no, it's OpenCL. Okay, so it's definitely not the method I was trying to do, and it's probably much better. Yeah. Let's just take a look and not understand anything. Hmm. flow outline, flow the at outline word if the outline way. Okay, so it's not totally clear what it does, but I mean, we had one goal and this goal has been achieved. So let's not be shy about, is it being shy? Let's be happy about it. Let's not be shy. No, this is nonsense, but yeah. So let's go with this stroke. And I wonder what, yeah, we can easily offset it. So that means, yeah, nice. Onion skin. Super nice. This is fun. All right. Yeah. Houdini thumbnails are stupid, but Copernicus is so nice and powerful. And I don't know, I'm happy to be here. We can add the shape back in. Background. What does background do? Oh, yeah. Not really what we need. We can add some shadowing, shadow density. So it really is some kind of layer styles, right? Right here inside of Copernicus. But you really would not expect to find it inside of these nodes. Or maybe I just didn't pay attention enough, because this SDF to mono node is really a core part of the Copernicus workflow, because shapes are SDF, everything is SDF. So yeah, I was just not paying attention, I think. But I'm pretty happy to now have this. So let's, instead of blablating about that for an infinite amount of time, let's replace our setup with this newly found option, which is better in every way. So just a little sip of tea and let's move on. Yeah, we only have 16 minutes left, so this is bad. Let's group everything. Yes, much better. Okay. So this is on this branch. Edge detect, be gone. So it was SDF to mono. Come here, should be replaced. And now let's use the outline. One was nice value. And now we also need to group everything here and call the SDF node again. This time it can can stay at the default setting, and let's take a look. Huh. Oh, that's the preview. It's not so janky when you are at correct zoom level. Is it because of that? No. So nothing changes with pixel sampling, whether it's Photoshop, After Effects, or Houdini. Some values are just cursed. Anyways, so the color is bad. It's bad. Let's fix it. Maybe we can make this network a little more. So I think this one is the master color. Yes. One of the reasons why I like doing that here is that because you can build such nice controls, and we're doing something like that. Okay. I think I need to understand better how the pre-multiplication and everything like that is working, because I've added the pre-mult here and it looks okay, but still I think it should be darker. I don't know if it affects alpha. Maybe it shouldn't affect alpha, actually. Does that make a difference? Oh, yeah, it definitely shouldn't affect alpha. I was doing stupid shit. So maybe it's a little too unsaturated. Preeminence, I don't know, treated RGB as pre-multiplied. I don't know if I should check that or not. Let's treat it as pre-multiplied or not, and see if that makes a difference on the pre-multiply nodes. Okay, you keep there, and makes no difference. Okay, so you might as well keep the default. So this is too, I don't like the color. It's not too, it's just maybe a tad too muted. Okay, let's use that. I keep forgetting, yeah. How does it look? So I will pull up the reference. There was a nice rendition of this thing in a previous thumbnail. So that was done inside of Affinity. I think it's here. It's not, so it should be here. So actually, the stroke is much smaller, and I don't think we're that far off for the color. Yeah, let's just make it way smaller. And now it's super dimmed for some reason. I'm not sure I understand. It's happening here, it looks like. So maybe I'm doing something wrong with the blending mode. Multiply alpha compositing. I must admit I don't understand why you need to check alpha compositing to have multiply working. Shouldn't multiply just be here I have this with an alpha oh, why is the alpha so dim? Maybe you should not affect alpha. Do you affect alpha? Do you? No, we've removed it. So the alpha is what it was. And is it white? It's not. It's almost white. There is still much to learn. So let's input that in our list. Why the fuck? Sorry for the F word, but why on earth is multiply working the way it is? Needing what's the name of the toggle? The alpha compositing toggle. I think this item should go. So this is far away. This is another video. This can be grouped with this one. So this will no. This will be next. Can I stream tomorrow? I don't think I can. No, I definitely can't. So probably on the 10. Oh, this is not for today either, but this is probably, yeah, okay. What a mess. I completely lost track of this idea of doing arrive live without knowing anything. This should go perfectly well. Okay. So let's go back to this. What if I mask? No, it's not happy. Maybe I need to pre-multiply by alpha. This is what I'm doing already. So alpha compositing. I really don't understand that value. Maybe we're maybe we're over the top, and this makes the multiplication not it's not clamped. So maybe we need to clamp that. What are the values actually? Maybe it's over white. I also need to understand this viewer. Yeah. Eyedropper mode, let's say it like that. By the way, if any day somebody ends up in here and has information about my questions, please, you're more than welcome to uh, just help me in the chat. I would much appreciate it. And also, if you're watching this later and can help, you can do that also in the comments, and I would be very thankful. Anyways, let's move back to this and try this clamp ID. Maybe this will help. No. No, it does not. Well, I tried. I tried. Over multiply. This is mysterious to me. I don't think I get it, honestly. This looks bad. This looks washed out. So what if I just remap it before and keep an eye on what's happening here to, I don't know. And it was, okay, so it helps a little bit, but we still have these very nasty pixels on the border. So maybe the remap should go before the pre-multiply. Do we need to pre-multiply again? No, I don't think we do. This makes no sense. No, that's not the solution. I'm not sure the pre-multiply is really helpful here. It's just making the colors worse. It's not fixing our issue with this white border. Maybe this is the root of all evils, of all evil. But how do you colorize this precisely without making everything awful? Maybe I can do something just on the alpha channel to shrink it further. Like, I don't know. Is there some kind of channel split? Yeah. So it's weird. It doesn't look exactly the same. Anyways, now what I would need is some kind of choker like in After Effects. So let's try our luck like that. No. So maybe we need to convert it to SDF. SDF rebuild. No. Don't we have a mono to SDF? We have a SDF to mono. Mono to SDF. Okay. And we did have the SDF to mono with the option to shrink it. So let's use that. And offset by 0.005 minus 0.005. Okay, it's too much. Okay, so it definitely shrunk. And now can I undo the split? Let's look for channel join. So we need to wire. Okay. You go there and you go Can we use the J? No, we can't. It's very different. Uh, let's write it and see what happens. What? Oh yeah. This is where it's supposed to go. No? What do you mean, no? Okay, it was just a quirk. So, moment of truth. I see. Oh, yeah, I see a difference now. It's still bad. We still have a white stroke, so this was pretty useless. Huh, okay. Wow. Uh, let's forget that. Use that. And we are doing Copernicus strokes. Now back to this annoying handle thing. Oh. Okay. Let's take a look. So yesterday I thought that this was a little too small to read, so let's just make it bigger and maybe think our uh, transform. So uh, let's just organize this network a little bit. Here we have the master color. This is useless. So this part. Okay, so this transform is to create the, what's it called? It's a drop shadow. So let's try to do that nicely. So okay, so this is useful. and it should absolutely stay in the network. This is our cable pack for scattering variants. So this whole thing is the text. And inside of the text, let's use black. And use a big post-it to do our naming. Text size extra large. Hide background. Hide background. Make it white. It's white now. Okay, move that over. So now let's duplicate it. Make it smaller. So here we have the drop shadow. Maybe the drop shadow shouldn't be below the glow. Did I swap? Oh, it makes a difference, actually. It did, at least the first time I clicked it. Or maybe it was just the screen refreshing. I don't know. I'm not convinced. This is the so glow is the outer glow. This is our fill, and this is our stroke. So maybe I should, instead of having, so instead of having the cartridge, the box here, maybe I should use it with the text. Would make it easier for so this was to get some kind of effects on the background, but it's not, it has not been kept, so it might as well be gone. So this is useless. And here we have everything except text. Yes, so let's move that over, and now I can have my transform be a little more intelligent. So there's no need to create weird stuff to transform, because I was picturing in my head creating spare parameters and multiplying them and blah 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 and blah blah blah, but just by organizing better, it should work better. So we will make zones for our different type of elements. Let's create a box around each part. Make it same size, even if it's definitely not as many nodes, but keep some room for maybe expanding later. This is the box. So I've been annoyed with this little stroke around my photo, and I wonder if I've pre-multiplied the photo and it doesn't look like I did. Maybe I did in here. No, I did not. Let's see if it helps. Yeah, to some extent. Oof. I'm sure there is some. Yeah, I know. I'm sure there is some nice workflows that I'm not aware of for manipulating alpha. And for instance, here I want to shrink, and I could do the same as here, but I'm not really sure that's. Let's try it though. So yeah, this is the place where we can. No, this is the place where we can. It's not doing anything. I don't understand. So I'm clearly. Oh, maybe I need to multiply. I guess I do. Yes, this was the problem. So maybe this is the way to do it. Just look a bit. I don't know. A bit how to put that, like extreme, maybe. Yeah, this is much better. Maybe I shouldn't have pre-multiplied my PNGs. Oh, I wonder if I can unpremultiply. Hmm. Let's see. Because, yeah, PNG always have stuff in them. Okay, it's just awful. So this is to be kept, definitely. Okay, so this one can go away since we're doing everything after. This is background. No, no, no. This was the, yeah, this was the foreground, so it was okay. Right, so this is the photo zone. Annoying, annoying. You can go away, Fugufish. No, not just yet. Okay, let's move everything down a little bit. And yes, now we can. Oops, no rumble. What is it? What was that? I think it was Todoist, but I didn't ask for it. No, I don't want it. Oh, this is so bad. Background. Hmm. Okay. So the background should be a little bigger. So this OpenCL node is the one we used to, so we keep, but those two we erase. Let's save this project. Let's save this project. 14. No longer just dark mode, it's stroke session. All right. Mm. You belong there. You in there. And so this is the confluence between the background and the picture. This is the confluence between the text unit and the background. Right? Is it? Oh, I don't like templating inside of Copernicus. It's annoying. It's probably useful, but for the moment I've never used it, and it did annoy me a lot. So this is the out section. So this part is the resample zone. I also think that uh, it's probably possible to make the resampling process better. And this is something that I need to investigate as well, because it's really not as sharp as when you do it inside of Photoshop or Affinity, but I suppose that, yeah, it can get better. So this is, oh, I forgot this element. So this is the topic, and the topic should be merged before all of that. So topic belongs here, right in the middle. So you all be gone. It's a bit extreme to have such a white box for such a little element, but it. And now we should merge those two before merging. So let's blend. And now we can have a transform just for this theme. Ground foreground. No, I did that wrong. So this is the foreground and this one is the background. Yeah. Why are you unhappy? What is missing? Thumbnails, dark mode only, coupling. Error, background is missing. What? What do you mean background is missing? Oh, yeah, indeed. Background is missing. What is missing? Oh, yeah. So we still need this to be wired before. Okay. No, it's that. Oh, no, yeah. Okay, but I can't do what I wanted to do if it's done like that. So that means, because what I was doing was okay. So let's make that the background instead and mask here. Right. Here we are. This is what I needed. Oh, the alpha is weird. Ah, yes, I need to invert the mask. Remap. And this probably needs some tweaking. What the hell? I'm confused. Oh, yeah, okay. So this time it needs to be centered, and the transform, we will handle the transform after. What does this transform do? What if I remove it? Okay. So you can leave right at the middle. So this is probably 0, 0. Yes. And now maybe we see something, except we don't. Okay, let's do the channel thing we were doing. So channel split. So what are you? You're supposed to be RGBA. Okay. Be RGBA for all I care. So now the channel join and move everything over except the alpha, and take this alpha instead. Okay, so we have our box. Now we use it as the background. Maybe we should be okay this time. It looks like we are. Yes. Let's visualize that with a gray background, because at the moment, oh no, that's not for the background. Don't we have the same thing we have in the... Okay, this is exploration for another day. Now, what was this blend again? We have the topic, the background. Let's blend those two. So this is the background, this is the foreground. And obviously I don't see anything because it needed to be over. And this one needed to be a little transparent. So let's call a remap. And so the black shouldn't be as black. No, the white shouldn't be as white. So this is here. Yeah. Okay. This is maybe just a tiny bit more. And do that. So this blend is no longer needed. Oh no! No! Okay. This happens. Okay, so it crashed, but we're at the exact same spot, and yeah, okay, so now let's transform that. Transform to D. So do not rasterize like we saw yesterday. Make it bigger. Yes, and now move it under our friend Houdini Copernicus. Please be nice to me. I want you to go down. Yeah. Okay. Do we need to make it even bigger? Let's say I look at it like so. Yeah, we could make it bigger. I think it's big enough. So we have our thumbnail, and I did, well, I don't know if it was interesting, but this is the current state of the overkill thumbnail setup. Let's save it. This is live 22, probably. Let's take a look. Yeah, it's really not as nice as the what we can get out of Affinity, but it's probably mostly due to my incompetence. Anyway, it's good enough for live. So we'll wrap this up. We have a few items for Thursday. No, see Thursday. Hydropanel. So yeah, this I node, Xform support for grouping. So this was stupid. It goes away. To have the auto transcribe setup. So this has been done. Okay. Okay, so this is the expected menu for next time. I don't know. Sorry about that. Anyways, see you next time. Ciao.